Good evening, Javier Franco, Steps for Success, life coach program, perspective from my porch. As you can tell, I'm not on my porch right now. I had a slight accident. Excuse me, let me get comfortable. I had a slight accident, kind of a freaky one, but I'm doing better. I'm back to doing videos. So, as I sat at the hospital a few weeks, I had a lot of time to think about a lot of things. And one of the things that I thought about was the setbacks in life. As you can tell, I do have a setback in my life. I'm a very active person. I tend to do a lot of things when I'm not here. I try to do as much as possible so I don't become just stable. I just sit there. But in life, we always have we sometimes have setbacks. I know I've talked about goals and the goals that you have in your life. Um, and while I was sitting there at the hospital, I thought about those little goals that I have in my life and how I'm going to have to stop for a while achieving those goals. But how I'm going to bounce back is going to be up to me. It's not going to be much of a bounce back, but it's going to be a bounce back. One of the sayings that always used to tell my clients was, when you fall, make sure you fall forward. That way you make some progress. And as I was thinking about what to say, um, over the few weeks that I was laid up in at the hospital, while I was going to therapy, physical therapy, which, by the way, I have some great physical therapists uh, and a great occupational therapist. They were just fantastic there at Hendrick Rehab Center. Um, as I was talking to them, I would see that they had the compassion. They had the gift of compassion. They had servant's heart. And as I was talking to them, I was thinking about the setback that I had in my life at this point and what I'm going to do with that setback. In our lives, we do have obstacles that we run into. How we treat those obstacles is very important. Are we going to learn from those obstacles? Are we going to allow those obstacles to keep us from moving on? How are we going to handle those obstacles in our lives? Um, I plan on sitting back for a while, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with just sitting back and watching the world go by and reevaluating what you're going to do in your life. The evaluation must include your physical abilities, your mental abilities, your emotional abilities, but ultimately, like I've always say, always go forward, even if it's at a turtle pace, as long as you're going forward. The setbacks in our lives occur sometimes to at the worst time of our progress, but that's okay because we were making progress, which is really good. Um, it's just that sometimes it hinders us from continuing forward. Don't give up. Just because you had setbacks, don't give up. Uh, as I sat there, I found out that I might be down for another month, 2 months. I might have to have surgery. And in my mind, it was like, okay, so how am I going to handle the little setback that I have right now? How am I going to handle the obstacle that I have? Um, I'm going to handle it with understanding that there's something better for me, understanding that when I'm past this, I'm going to be stronger, understanding that I'm going to be able to learn new things. One of the things that I was doing with Courtney, my physical therapist, was walking, and there was times that as many of you, some of you know, I do kind of wobble, but I noticed that I wasn't wobbling as much after some therapy that she gave me. And I want to continue doing that type of therapy here at the house. I'm strengthening my legs. And that's something that we have to do, is strengthen our minds, strengthen our ability to do the things. When I was working with my occupational therapist, Gertie, um, I learned that sometimes we have to adjust in our lives to accomplish what we are set out to do. I had to relearn how to put my shirt on. I had to relearn how to put my pants on, my socks on. I had to relearn a lot of things, little things. But uh, I told Gertie one day, I said, we have to see the obstacle and overcome that obstacle, and we have to learn from that obstacle. I told Courtney the same thing. She was telling me how good I was doing. And I told her, it's just you have to put your mind to it. You have to practice, you have to exercise, you have to make your mind up that you're going to do the best. Now, I know that there were some other people there that I would watch, uh, and we had to relearn how to walk, and it was going to be a very, very long journey for them. And and that was my goal too, is that I hope that my journey is not as long. Their journey is going to be long. And in talking to them, their goals were to relearn how to walk. And they said, we're not going to be doing everything that we used to. We're going to have to adjust our lives to be with our physical problems that we have now. So that adjustment is going to be big. And as I sat there talking to these men about the adjustments they were going to be making, it encouraged me to make the adjustments that I need to be making. As you go through your life, when you gain those obstacles in your life, please learn how to adjust according to your physical abilities and inabilities. Sometimes the inabilities are the ones that teach you the most. And when they teach you the most, you need to use those to be successful. Now, am I still successful? Yes, I am. Because I have made up my mind that I'm going to be hopefully a better patient, hopefully to be a better understanding person as to my limitations, because we all have limitations. And as we learn those limitations, we have to learn to adjust our goals that we have. Thank y'all for listening. I'm going to try to do one more this week, another video this week, or possibly early next week. But I thank you for subscribing to my channel. I have some new subscribers on YouTube, Perspective from My Porch. And please, if you want to, I'm on Facebook and Instagram as well, Perspective from My Porch. Steps for Success as well. Thank y'all, and y'all have a great night.